Hi, welcome to my new channel, Useful Critique by Michael, aka Albisu Narvaez. When you subscribe, be sure to hit that bell. Hi. You know, I'm laughing, but I don't want to laugh today. The GOP party, I wish women would realize that the GOP party is becoming the party of death. Think about it, party of death. When you look at the issue of abortion again, and it's important that we keep looking at it again and again. Today, the Justice Department made a decision to tell the Supreme Court, hey, wait a minute, you can't just pass on this and punt. This isn't football. You have to address the issue. So they sued Texas, and then they had brought up a suit last night, making sure that the judge rules so that it'll get moved up to Supreme Court so that they can make a decision to stop the enactment of that horrible law while they decide. And the reason why I call the GOP the party of death is because that's what they're espousing now. Because vigilantism will perpetuate unnecessary death, and getting rid of your right for a safe, monitored abortion will perpetuate death. And someone has to say that out loud. It's not a right to life. Voting for the GOP is voting for the party of death. We'll get into the pandemic another time. That will close the deal with respect to the fact that the GOP is indeed the party of death. We'll deal with that bum in Florida, DeSantis, some other time. And we'll espouse a little bit more about Abbott some other time. But today, it's time for all women to realize that the GOP is the party of death. California just dodged a bullet. They gave Newsom back his power rather than have a Trump clone called Elder take the reins. But what the Justice Department did, it's putting people's feet back on the ground. It's letting America know that there is one party, the Democratic Party, that is really understanding that, my goodness, the GOP is thinking of nothing but power, and by thinking of nothing but power, they are perpetuating death. And this should be shouted from the rooftops. If you saw my other video, I said that voting for the GOP party is voting against your own interest. And as we go along, now we're realizing it's worse than that. It's espousing death versus life, death of a democracy, death of the rule of law. That's what the GOP stands for. And all America has to do to save itself is for all women to realize that. Some will realize it and vote Republican anyway, to the detriment of themselves. But I'm just hoping that over time, between now and 2022, that enough women realize that voting Republican is espousing not only the death, perhaps of someone in their family with respect to the pandemic, not only someone in their family with respect to an illegal abortion that goes awry and causes a tragedy, but on top of that, it's also the death of America. My goodness, that's what we're dealing with now. It's that serious. So I started, laughing, and it's because of the irony. I mean, I know that some people might have turned this off already, or some people just listen, but they don't really get it. So I'm going to continue. It's an important journey. It's an important task, and thousands like-minded individuals are beginning to say what I'm saying, but it has to stop. I mean, when you look at, I don't even want to use his name, the previous guy who was in the White House, he really did a great job of conning 1/3 of the American people. I was watching TV today, and a senator from Maine, Angus King, he stated something about the fact that when you think about it, 40 senators represent 24% of the population. And therefore, even with the 60-40 threshold, at Senator 41, making it a 59-41 vote, 25% of the population can determine what the state of America is, can enact the law, can say no to 75% of this country. That's serious. And when you go back to the Supreme Court, I also heard today something that people should hear again and again. With Mitch McConnell's strategy, for lack of a better word, of putting in 3 appointees of the previous guy who occupied the White House. This could actually be called now, not the Roberts Court, but the Thomas Court. The Justice Thomas Court. The House Negro. The House Negro. This could be his Supreme Court. The guy that almost didn't make it because, just like Predator Kavanaugh, he abused women. He assaulted women. He got away with it. Remember the Anita Hill? People don't remember that. Well, now that guy, and then Kavanaugh, can actually control the Supreme Court. Women, you're in trouble. You are in trouble. And Texas is just the beginning. And I ask you, please, do some reading, do some reading, do some research. Try to understand what's at stake. The GOP party is now the party of death. Someone has to say, enough is enough. I'm going to try my own little way. We'll see. It's good beer. Can I do a product placement? Miller High Life, the champagne of bottled beer. This is the best beer in the world. No, a lot of people, Miller drinkers know that. I know. We can't sponsor, I know. But look, a lot of this will be edited out. I'm just having a little fun in front of the camera.